Okay, salutations. I'm not sure what card you are yet. Guess you're going to be card number 1. Let me just shuffle these up so you can see all the signs here. And so on this reading, I'm going to do them blind eye style as I've been doing. And that is where I don't know the energy of, I'm going to make sure I got them up right though. Okay, so I don't know the energy of the sign that I'm reading for. And that's only just to remove the biases that I may have towards signs that play roles in my life or that don't play roles in my life. You know, I just want to read the energy clearly. And so you're the first card, so then you're card number 1. All right. So I'm going to stuff these cards. And you can fast forward. This is just for those people who, you know, they want to see, you know, my process. And this is it right here. Just so you can see how I turn a blind eye. And I will stuff them off camera, okay? I'll tape them off camera. I'm stuffing them off camera. And then I'll take them out of the cards on reading 12, okay? And you'll be able to see the cards labeled. It'll be labeled C1 through C12, okay? So each reading will have C1, C2, C3 beside it, okay? So today's reading that I'm doing is about soul prosperity. And I know that that is a concept that some people are very familiar with. I know that a lot of us are very interested in prosperity. So if you are interested in money, career, and finance readings, you can check out the readings that I posted for each sign so far. And they are called heart to hand readings. And they are money, career, finance readings. And you might find them interesting if you like this reading. Okay. So, all right, there we go. I'll take them once I get finished with your reading, okay? So I just want to make sure that they're in there good. All right, and there you are, card number 1. All right, and so when I was thinking about spiritual soul prosperity, I was thinking, well, what is the true definition of prosperity? So prosperity means the condition of being successful or thriving, especially economic well-being. A successful, flourishing, or thriving condition, especially in financial respects. Good fortune. Prosperities, prosperous circumstances characterized by financial success or good fortune. And as I was reading this, I had to remember, people are the true wealth. Soul prosperity, aligning with gifts from God, soul gifts and how to use them. Health is wealth, okay? So your soul prosperity is contingent upon how well you are able to take care of yourself. And how well you're able to take care of yourself, it is, I don't want to say fragilely hinged, but it is delicately hinged upon the fact that you can or cannot hear your inner child or hear your higher self. Both of those voices are distinctly different, and it's important to identify them both. And both of them, your higher self, your inner child, and your consciousness make up a trinity, okay? This trinity is essential to spiritual development. And for those of you who are in spiritual relationships, that trinity, the trinity of higher self, inner child, and consciousness, okay, that energy or that trinity is the only way, the strength of that trinity is the only thing that can invite in a relationship love. Okay, so soul prosperity is understanding that people, yes, all these definitions I just read to you, they are relevant, but people are the true wealth. You know, people are. So instead of looking so much at finances all the time, it's important to recognize that true wealth comes from a state of healthy relationships. Healthy relationships, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and begin your reading. Most High Divine Mother and Father, thank you so much for allowing me to read for the viewer. Thank you for allowing your messages to be clear. Decrease me, increase you, so that your messages can be heard loud and clear. Thank you for allowing for secret synchronicity, so that the viewer knows without a shadow of a doubt that the message was divinely orchestrated for them from you. In your name, Most High, I thank you for the connection. So it is. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, so in order to be prosperous in your soul, there takes a great deal of gratitude. For card number 1, Most High God, what message do you have for card number 1 for their soul's prosperity? That's the type of prosperity that is born on the inside and grows fearlessly to be seen on the outside. I'm seeing lilies. I'm seeing lilies resting on the top of a pond. You know, lilies grow through a lot before you see that beautiful bud floating on the surface of the water. They're extremely resilient flowers. And they grow in abundance too. Soul prosperity for card number 1. Okay, first thing first is trust. Trust. That's first thing first, okay? That's what the Most High wants you to know first off. Trust. Okay. Then we have joy and stability, which is the 4 of Wands, then the 6 of Wands, and then the Wheel of Fortune card. So you got 2 major arcana here. For the prosperity, and then success and growth. What does the viewer need to understand about this trust here, Most High God? Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. There is something that the Most High God is wanting you to do, and you know it. If this resonates with you, then you know it. And it's difficult to trust at this time. But there is a need to look. Even this card, another major arcana. This would be the Hermit card. Arms wide open. You know, there's a need to balance masculine and feminine energies of being able to receive here. Okay? Receiving is a feminine quality. Okay? With this believe and succeed, we see take the lead, which is another Wands card. And then you got 2 more major arcana. So a lot of fire energy. 1 cup here. A lot of fire and a lot of major arcana here. Lots of fire energy. The 3 of Wands. Then you have the death and rebirth card. Release. And then you have the Emperor. With the Emperor and take the lead and releasing. In order for some of you to experience the success that you are thinking of, something is going to have to be let go of. A concept, a way of thinking, an old belief system, something more tangible, like physical relationships with people that are not bringing you your true wealth. Those relationships are going to have to be let go of. Why are they going to have to be let go of? Because it's not allowing you to truly step into this pioneering energy where you are able to follow the divine, allow the divine to flow through you and lead not just yourself but others. Okay, this thing that you need to let go of, I feel that the main blockage is yourself and the way that you see yourself. I can't remember whose reading it was last time, but in the last group of readings that I posted, there was one sign that was, the name of their reading was imposter syndrome. For what? You know, that's those same vibes. Like, you know you should be in the lead, but you really are afraid to step into the lead because you don't recognize yourself as a leader. But meditation will bring you to a space where you are able to see yourself as a leader. More major arcana. And this is the World card with the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have this lotus flower that just takes me back to the first vision that I had, which was of the lilies. Okay, your soul prosperity is coming from making connections out in the world that are tangible with real people. And for some, I see that is just the thought of that brings about a lot of anxiety. You may not be that much of a people person, but with this heart chakra card right underneath the just breathe, okay, which is the Four of Swords, which usually is symbolic of resting some thought, okay, allowing some thought to rest, putting down the Three Swords, you know, from the Three of Swords, and holding the Ace of Swords. That's the way I always feel the energy of the Four of Swords. Okay, so it's this energy of trusting the Most High God and trusting through your heart space. The heart space is a beautiful space because that's where masculine and feminine energies are divinely balanced. And what I mean by divine masculine and feminine energies is, remember that trinity we spoke about of the higher self and the consciousness? Okay. That consciousness is part of our physical 3D self, okay? Because the consciousness is what's connected to our physical form. It's what's aware of our physical form. It communicates with the physical vessel that is your body, right? The body communicates with that consciousness, okay? So within self, there is an ability to hear that higher self and act on it. Okay? That is the divine mother, the knowledge, the knowing. Okay? And the divine masculine energy, that is the energy of physically doing something with your physical. Okay? When those two energies are in unison, that is what is sacred union within self. And that vibration brings about sacred union that is tangible between other people. Like these worldly connections that you're meant to make for the purpose of you to use your soul gifts, the spiritual gifts that God has given you. Okay? Let's get some clarity on the table, some more clarity. Let's get some more information, rather, okay? Card number one. What do you want card number one to know about themselves as far as their soul's prosperity? Wow. The divine wants you to know this about yourself, card number one. You're the bomb.com, okay? You're the bomb.com. this is another major arcana. This is the Sun. This card, again, with more flowers, is assured growth. I'm hearing someone say, if only I could get my flowers while I'm alive. Like, I would like to get my recognition now. I would like to be heard now. You know, there's this little saying that I used to jokingly say from a very bittersweet space on my other channel. And that was that people don't really want to hear what you have to say until you're dead. You know, you look at all the gurus and all the people that have had a lot to say. You know, these people were in existence before they died, you know, doing the very work that you now are discovering, you know, because it's something about when someone transitions that makes them more popular, you know. And I feel that the divine is saying that that is not what's getting ready to happen to you. This message, this influential message that you have to share, I feel that that is actually going to come to the light and be manifested to the light soon. And that you just have to trust it. And it's almost this energy of keep your head down and keep working. And don't pay attention to what's going on outside of you, because the old skin, you know, that cocoon that you were in while you were in it, it served its purpose. It has allowed you to grow. And now it's time to shine. It's time for people to see who you are and hear what you have to say. I see that a lot of what you have to say is about painful experiences and how you got over them, how you overcame them. I see that a lot of what you have been through has granted you the wisdom that you have right now. And that's why I see that sometimes you can get so down with not being heard, but you are being heard. It's just a matter of your energy and releasing that idea that what you have to say doesn't matter, and actually stepping into this leadership mentality. Okay, now let's look and see, because look, more major arcana again. With the Strength card, you see she's holding a snake in her hand, and she's standing beside a lion in the forest at night. Okay, I feel like a lot of the circumstances that have been presented to you have made you quite doubtful of whether or not you will grow in a prosperous way, in a financial sort of way. But I'm telling you that the focus needs to be here and what's in the heart space and what is coming through your hands. I would definitely suggest to go and watch the Heart to Hand Money, Career, Finance reading that I have on the channel. I posted about 2 or 3 weeks ago, okay? All right, the strength is presenting because it is what's needed in order for you to actually release this comforting blanket of invisibility. It's like you love your invisibility cloak to a degree. It's comforting to you. The divine is asking you to contemplate what it would feel like if you were actually being heard. And is your message... does your message say, because it's scroll here, does your message say what it is that you want it to say? Is the conversation that you are looking for, is that the conversation that you are reflecting out? Okay? Make sure that your message is what you want it to say, because there is a lot of feedback coming. Again, with this Wheel of Fortune, everything that you put in so far, it is coming back. The everything, I feel like I feel like someone's website who wasn't getting much traffic is going to be like lots of traffic overnight. People are going to recognize your passion overnight. And I feel that some of you are going to feel the need to retreat, because the world connections is going to be, it's like you're going to be in demand. People are going to want to hear what you have to say on certain situations, and they are going to be soliciting your help for a lot of things. I feel like a lot of people around you are going to be looking in your direction for things that don't have nothing to do with them. But these changes that you're going to go through, do you see? It's like walking through a portal. Do you see? Like from this 5 of Pentacles to this 9, the Hermit, it feels as if you are walking through a portal of change, finances, overnight. You see the 6 of Swords. Those orca, you know, orca are at the top of the food chain in the ocean, buddy. Okay, it's like you've got somebody in very high places at the top of the food chain. They are looking out for you. You don't know it. You see, they're asleep there in that card. They're asleep. They're just hoping and praying that they'll make it to where they're trying to get to. And they have 2 protectors. They have protection. Okay, the top of the food chain type of protection. Okay, that is helping them to get to the next level. Okay. And this is divinely orchestrated. I feel somebody feeling a relief. You know that that is you. You know that this message is for you. You just felt a huge pressure lifted off of you. The aces are always, they always trump all of the major arcana because they are the gifts from the Most High God. You know, the Most High is asking you to step out of this idea of lack and start to actually count each blessing, each person that's around you. Take inventory of the things that people can do. You know, sometimes you won't know if a person can help you if you don't ask them what skills and what qualities that they possess. Because sometimes people have some really cool skills hidden under their the silence of their words, okay? Sometimes people don't even look at themselves as being valuable or their skills as being valuable, so they don't talk about them. But then you can get to chatting with somebody and realize, oh, wow, this person has my missing piece and I have theirs. And that's what I really see happening. I see a lot of conversation that leads to eye-opening moments. Look, another 6 of Swords. And another 10 of Swords. I feel like this journey has been quite painful at times. But like I said, this journey, the pain that has taken place on this journey has happened just so that you could know different spectrums and different realms of feeling and emotion. And that happened so that you could know how to help another through it. That's confidence right there. You went through it so that you could confidently tell someone else with confidence you can get through it too. Energy and ideation. This energy has been brought through you from this 10 of Swords, okay? This 10 of Swords. Now, the gifts of your soul. The gifts of your soul. What are the gifts of the viewer's soul? Look, this 4 of Wands. I'm saying 4 of Wands, but I'm thinking of the 4 of Swords in my mind. And then the Rest card is out. Okay. The energy that I'm feeling is that if you get some more rest during the day, or at some point in time during the day, find time to rest and daydream, that you will understand what aspect of you want to use, you want to shine, because it really is about being up to you. Balance. And pain kind of fell out over here. Pain is a big deal for this group, okay? You've been through a lot. You've gone through a lot. You've experienced a lot. There's a lot of trust issues, and that's why trust came out first. It's because there's a lot of trust issues. But the Most High God is asking you to transmute that pain into something else. What do you want the viewer to transmute this pain into, Most High God? Okay. Look, trust again. Success. and happiness. You see it. That I just asked the divine a very specific question, and the divine answered that they want you to transmute this pain and this terrible experience, this painful experience, into happiness and success. And that is going to be founded upon your ability to trust, okay? Your ability to trust. What angelic energies are assisting the viewer at this time? The God of indulgence and the angel of self-worth. It's all right. Stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence in balance is healthy, okay? Indulgence and self-worth. You are currently undervaluing yourself. It is time for you to regain your self-worth. I feel like your ability to trust has a lot to do with how you see yourself. That's interesting. And as far as the money goes, when they can get their soul together, Most High God, what do you want them to know? Okay, you got 2. At the bottom of the deck, we have face your financial fears. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. That's what this release card is about. This release card is about releasing your self-doubts, okay? Now, what happens if you can start believing in yourself is a windfall of abundance. And underneath that says release jealousy. I'm gonna let you hear what it has to say about jealousy, because this is a nugget right here. All right, and this is a prosperity deck, okay? So listen to what it is saying, because this is a soul prosperity reading, okay? And in the words of my brother, he said, ask them to not just listen, but visualize. Visualize yourself releasing things. Visualize yourself experiencing new things. Because as you release, you have room to receive. Okay? That's even in the thought world. As you release a thought that really doesn't do you any good, and that means you have time to think another thought that can help you, you know? So release jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something. And the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's success inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. And that is this windfall of abundance. That is this increase in abundance that is it's arriving in many different forms. Some of them are unexpected. Now, listen, people are the true wealth. That's very important. I'm going to say this in every reading as long as I remember. People are the true wealth. So coming from within, if we generate wealth from within, it has to start with trust, because I see that as a major issue for this group. But trust brings a windfall of abundance, okay? Trust brings a new self-identity, a better identity of self, okay? So I hope this reading has been of assistance to you. If it has, let me know. And until next time, continue to vibrate love and vibrate well. Peace.